Hi everyone, welcome back to my Taboos Voice channel. Today we're going to be talking about let them be and do not pay attention to the noise. It is a trap. People who are helping themselves and want better for themselves do not create drama. And that is just the truth. What they seek is understanding. And that's how you know what kind of people who are in your life, whether they are walking in the light or in the direction of more of self-serving. And unfortunately it is true, but it is the dark. And I think the reason why my guys would like for me to talk about this today is because this happens often. It happens in families, in people's family. It happens relationships. It happens everywhere, and it's just knowledge to know, because it is our responsibility to keep ourselves safe, protected, and also keep our peace. Because the things that we get involved in, it creates trauma in our body, and it also requires a lot of energy to heal. And it isn't worth it. It just isn't. Anyone that causes you your peace, your happiness, self-respect is not worth your time. They're not worth having in your life. And it is up to you to keep them in your life or not. Because the thing is that at the end of the day, we are all living our own life and walking in our own journey. And it's a matter of how long are we going to tolerate our boundaries being crossed, being disrespected, being mistreated, being manipulated, and knowing it too. I mean, it's just, to me, in my heart, it's sad. It's so sad, because the more that you know and understand, the more you realize that these individuals are doing they're using those methods because they believe that it serves them. And it doesn't, but you know what? It isn't for us to explain it to them. Because at the end of the day, if they believe it here, there's nothing we can do. What we all need to realize is that we must reprogram what we learned, especially if it did not serve us at all. If you grew up in a family or an environment that was very healthy and very in tune, that's amazing. It doesn't mean that the learning stops there. There's always more learning to do and other healings. But yes, everyone's journey is unique and different. And we are truly here to not only heal our soul, but truly to heal all the people, all the souls before us. They are learning through your journey, if you did not know that. All the beautiful people that were once here, and the ones who are guiding you and watching over you, they're not all of them have lived on earth and experienced life on earth. but they're all working together as a collective to protect us, keep us safe, guide us, and just truly be there for us in whatever way they feel that we need, and also what we ask also. And they will only help if you are truly walking in the light. That is just the truth, because all of them, your guys and everyone there, the collective, they are working in the light. They're not working in the dark. And if you're somebody who's working in the dark, that is a different topic. Because it working in the dark is self-serving. And not only that, but you fall trapped to do things that hurts you, that does not actually benefit you, and the cost is your life, and what you're rewarded with is superficial things. That's all I can say. It is always superficial. And the cost is your heart, love, peace, just harmony, knowing how all of that feels. I'm not here to convince anyone on what path you need to walk. I'm only here to share my own experience. And from my journey, it is true that it is so important to let things be, not get involved, even if something pulls you to actually get involved. The only time to truly get involved if it's a life or death situation, okay? Other than that, if it's something that somebody needs to learn as a lesson, let it be. Let it be. Don't learn it for them. Don't tell them the lesson, because maybe you went through it and you know exactly what they are going through. Because the thing is that they're not going to understand it. And what happens is that the table turns on you. Eventually they're going to say, wait, because they develop this paranoia in their head, thinking like eventually like everyone's against them, and even you. And they start being cruel to you. And that is just a whole different type of like pain and journey that you go through, and you are responsible to heal. That is it. That is like the painful truth, is that when you give and you don't give with caution, and it comes back and actually what is the word I'm looking for? It comes back and bite you. They end up attacking you, saying that you are the issue, you are the one that is creating all of this, when truly you were just trying to help them, but they can't see it. It's because clarity isn't there for them. They're in this transformational tower moment stage that they need to be, and you need to back off for them to learn. You can't teach somebody who has not gone through those events. You just can't. And you can't teach and share wisdom when somebody isn't ready. What people don't understand is that resource help is everywhere. But the thing is that when you're not ready, you will not see any of that. You just would not. Only when you're ready, you will see it. And that is the beauty of it. That is the gift of it. I know that, everybody has gone through their own journey and pain and suffering. And it doesn't seem so beautiful, but it is, because it brings you not only closer to yourself, but it helps you understand why everything needed to happen. Why everything needed to happen to get you to where you needed to be. When you are comfortable, guarantee the universe is gonna push you to get off your seat and do what you gotta do. It's a beautiful thing. I know at the moment it's so painful. Trust me, I get it. But at the end, I promise you, and the universe promises you, and everyone in the spiritual world promise you that it does get better. And the challenges doesn't stop, but it does get better. We just handle situations a lot better, and it's like when you, oh gosh, Maya Angelou, oh, she's just so amazing. But yes, like she has mentioned before and has been quoted for this, is that when you know better, you do better. As of right now, because you don't know better yet, just do what you can. And that is it. All of us are still learning. Nobody here is judging you. And anybody that is judging you, oh my gosh, they are judging themselves harshly. And just forgive them and let it be. Just let it be. Don't even allow it to even disturb your peace and your journey. I know it's easier said than done, but it is something that you have to wire in your head to not stay in that space. And it is a habit that you have to develop, a healthy habit of reminding yourself. And not only that, but then to know what people are doing, and so you don't get trapped in that spiral of their game that they're playing, their manipulation and control. That is the reason why it is so important for you to be so in touch with yourself, emotion, heart, mindset, everything. Be the master of yourself, so you cannot be tricked or controlled. And it is such a beautiful gift. And don't be so harsh on yourself when you do fall for some of people's games. It will happen because sadly, these individuals who are walking in the dark, they do get smarter. And yes, that is it. And you learn their technique, their method of doing things, and you keep moving forward. No matter what technique they use, they will always slip up, and you will get to see their true intention and their actual light that they're walking in. No matter what, I promise you, I've seen it, and it is true. Nothing in the dark stays in the dark. Everything gets revealed. That is just the truth. So continue to keep being you. But being you means knowing yourself so well that you understand why backing off is important, why just letting things be is so important. Because at the end of the day, that is how we learned. We didn't have somebody during those moments to guide us. We had to figure it out ourselves, and eventually we found resources that there are people that have gone through similar situations like us, and they are thriving. The thing is that we want the same for other people, but they have to seek it, they have to want it also. We can't force anyone. Another beautiful quote is, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot force them to drink it. And that's one that stays with me, and I constantly repeat it when I need to remind myself. And those quotes, they are so grounding. And I love it that I like my brain remembers that. I think it's because at the moment when I read those things, it didn't click, but it was beautiful, and now it makes sense. You can try to help someone, but if they're not ready, it cannot happen. It just can't. They will go through the same lesson over again because it wasn't them who learned the lesson. It was you. So do yourself a favor of, not getting involved and not like creating pain and trauma on yourself because you wanted to just help, and instead just let things be. Back off and let people live and learn the lesson that they are meant to. Their soul needs it. They need it. That's how they're going to continue to keep evolving. And just think about it and look at it from this way. That is another form of giving, not giving. That is beautiful. I hope this talk helped you guys today. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you guys soon.